Not, I've been around the block for many, many years. I'm as jaded as they come. Dan will attest to that.
Truth.
Jaded as fuck. And I've met just about everybody I wanted to meet in the business. I played with just about everybody I wanted to play with, Lou Reed included. Done a lot of amazing shows with a lot of amazing bands. I'm nervous that you guys are here. That's how shockingly amazing these guys are.
We won't steal anything.
All right, you must see to it. Your fucking hands to yourself, sister. All right. What are you going to hear? You got some new music here.
Okay, so this is a brand new song. I don't think that anyone else in the world has heard this song.
Really?
Yeah, I think maybe even a VIP from our last tour.
Maybe a VIP. We played some songs.
We like to sneak them into our van and let them listen to songs, and we like party, and then Jason will shake the van.
Yeah. And if they did hear it, it was a rough mix or something. So
right.
And I just like to preface it that since you're a big Pink Floyd fan, this whole album is actually a little more on the Floyd-y side.
Really?
Yeah. The inspiration for this album was a little more from that realm, So.
In terms of sonically or in terms of thematically?
Yeah.
I mean, we could go into it a lot. Basically, once we got to the studio, Sylvia's studio is just it's right at the base of Mount Shasta.
Okay.
And it was snowing.
Magical.
And it was we were recording in a church, and there was a real B3 there.
Nice.
And real Mellotrons, and like everything was real.
Yeah.
I've done everything on computers so much, and it's just kind of like when you're in the presence of the real thing, you kind of want to make an album that was kind of like the one, like
the ones you grew up listening. Yeah, of course.
And Sylvia is a vintage equipment collector.
I know.
So she's just got all this fun stuff for us to play with, and we decided to make an album that we got to use all of this great analog gear and do it a lot more in a more raw fashion.
Yeah.
We played the music together in a room and then added to that, because there's only two of us.
Which is interesting, yeah, and I just want to point that out for the people who don't know you, is that these two, that's it. It's just these two. Kimberly sings and plays guitar. You play drums, and it's it's a full sound live. But now you're talking about studio stuff. And one of the things, let me just tell you before you get into this, one of the things I love about you guys is that I miss theatrical bands. Do you know what I mean? Because I grew up in the days where I was seeing bands that put on shows. And they were theatrical.
An experience,
and
like a real experience.
Yeah, they're mysterious and theatrical, and I really get that from you, especially from your performance, because it seems like you put so much energy into what you're doing, and my band does that too every single night. That's one of the things that I love, and why I gravitate towards certain things. And even in the Pink Floyd sense, even though they're not physically theatrical, musically and sonically, it's a theatrical onslaught.
Right.
Every time.
It's intense.
And that's why, for me, when I was producing her first albums, I was like, how am I going to capture this performance live? And it wasn't going to be done. Like her live performance is such a different entity.
Yeah.
That I wanted to kind of do something else that could represent that theatrical side.
Right.
So.
Well, the good news is, in your case, as a singer, I mean, because there are two things. Certain singers are really performance-oriented, and then the recorded version doesn't capture the performance, but their voices may not necessarily be up to the astonishing measure that their live performance is. And in your guys' case, you have the musicianship and the talent for the recorded, versions as well.
Oh,
so it's like a multi-dimensional thing, which is kind of cool. So what's this song called? What are we going to hear?
You're so awesome.
Listen, I don't just...
He's not bullshitting. I promised you this.
So encouraging. Like, I really,
well,
this is great to hear. Thank you.
Anything I can do for you guys, I'm your number one guy. Behind Martine, of course.
Okay, well, this song is called Liar. You guys ready?
Yep.
Ready.
Go for it.
We're rolling.
Well done.